Hello guys, OzMan here. Golden Goblins versus Beer Goggles. This was a random spin. Beer Goggles, in case you guys don't know who they are fairly active on Twitter. They've got a website. They do a fantastic podcast, potentially for mature adults only, but it's good fun. I'll put the link in the description of this video for the podcast they did sort of during this war. It's a good laugh. They seem like the type of guys you'd like to have a beer with, which is always nice. So the results for the war was a perfect on Golden Goblin's side. Beer Goggles did manage 84. No slouch at all. They did very well, to be honest. They're perfect on this side. I'm gonna do, this will be fairly short and sweet, this one. I'm only gonna run 4 attacks and we're gonna call it an air attack special. Though this was a perfect war for Golden Goblins, I can tell you that there were a lot of miners used, and though miners are fantastic, I want to show something slightly different this time. There was a lot of banter back and forth, and it was all friendly and positive. These guys are top class. No whinging, no whining. They brought a proper war. I've got a catch-up video I'll do after this from the Savage Sleuths War. That was also quite good. And just, I'm not sure if anyone missed it, but the Dark Knights also had a war versus Golden Goblins quite recently, but they ran like 40 versions of the general, which is fun, I suppose, for somebody. I don't mind the general, but I can't show any replays from that. They are gone, just like Dark Knight's souls. So Colton, with his regular wall breakers, taking his queen in. She's going to head towards the enemy queen. We did have hero levels on these guys. I'd say there was an advantage. It wasn't massive. It'd probably be fun to war these guys like straight up. We can wait a few days, 20 odd days. So enemy queen is down. Golem CC has been pulled. King is just clearing some trash around the outside. Not sure if he was supposed to go in or not. But once the queen's on the CC, which wouldn't have mattered anyway with this attack, the air portion can start. So he's had 3 hounds. A ton of haste spells coming here. And he's got freeze set up. I think the king walked. Pretty sure he would have wanted a bit more value than that out of his king. The queen should make it around to that second air defense by the time these loons sort of meet up over the inferno. That whizzy tower is going to cause some problems. But once that air defense goes down, that's all his loons. So queen's going to be stuck cleaning up for 30 odd seconds. All times to it. So yeah, Golden Goblins, Beer Goggles, newfound friends almost, I would say. First cool clan we've met in a while that didn't whine and complain. Colton's got another one. So Colton likes air. He is not scared of heights. Queen Walk's going to come in from 3 o'clock. Funnel going to be made. And she should head probably straight in towards that Inferno Tower. Going to get definitely 1 air defense. Probably the enemy queen. And might pull the CC. It's generally what is the achieving. Well, if the queen achieves what she's supposed to, that's normally what Colton gets out of her. Maybe not going for the Inferno Tower. Had Wallbreaker fail there, but the queen has locked on to where she should enter. So we're going to go straight into the king. A Tesla rage needed. Air defense is going to go, poison down. It's going to try and get quite a bit of value. King up top. It's going to wall break in. This is going to be pathing, I think, more than anything up there, just to get rid of that Wizzy Tower and the Expo. CC of Death has come out and the ability was needed. So the King's going to lay down. He's already lying down, he's dead. But he's created somewhat of a path for the loons up top and taken out that Wizzy Tower, which is probably the most detrimental to these air attacks. Not max Inferno Towers, so loons have a bit more time to deal with these defenses. At this point he's got 2 hounds left, both about to go down. This base was a bit anti-air in terms of its skelly traps. Tons of loons left. Queen's not going to get stuck cleaning up the whole base on this one. We shall fast forward. So yeah, I'll do another short one on the Savage Sloot War. We got 2 more to show in this. 14, this was Dragon Rider on Beast. I shouldn't really be showing this, but it's air. I'll let it run. Apologies, it's 40-40 versus a 9.5 with 30 some odd heroes. But it fits in with the air special. And to be fair, he's using Town Hall 10 troops, it's just the heroes. Apologies, Beer Goggles. So, Zapquake 2 air defenses. Heroes go in and take out a third. They're going to get the enemy queen. They pulled the CC. CC is going to wreck his king, but should go down to the queen. There's only going to be 1 air defense left on this base. And the dragons are going to start straight into that air defense. Some high sort of hit point structures for them to get through. So he's going to send some loons out in front with a hound. Max hound out of the CC. And these loons should get there before that even comes close to popping. Dragon's kind of going to bunch up a bit, but the pathing's been made, so now they can just go clockwise, sort of around the base. I think he either forgot or didn't need that Earthquake spell. And I'll actually speed this up just a little bit. Hound's going to tank most of the base. There's not a lot left that's going to touch these dragons. So Beer Goggles, I didn't check their war record. I'll go through the stats at the end. Obviously the perfect shows you the 3-star stats from the war on Goblin side, but I'll just catch up with the stats from Beer Goggles and their war wins and whatnot. I've got 1 more air attack. There was a fair few miners obviously used. There was a few of the giant bowler healer walk things. Quite a few just straight up go-hos in this. Possibly pick out a theme for the Savage Sloots War as well. So this one is a bit of a giant walk. He does have a hound and 17 loons. So sort of a variation of the, instead of hogs he's got loons back end, but we'll call it an air attack. So everything's going to go straight in on the enemy queen. His king's going to go in and smack her. The giants and the bowlers under heal. Poison down for this CC. Just gotta hope that queen gets out in front before that baby dragon does too much damage. With the rage, everything sort of powers through it. And now he's straight into a point where bowlers are going to wreck possibly all the air defenses on this base. So there's nothing really left. And I reckon he's going to have quite a few loons standing at the end of this. Still has 12 loons in the bag. Couple of haste spells. Do we swag loons? Hound doesn't pop. Still has a bowler, I think, standing. Couple of giants. Loons are going to chase the enemy king around till the queen gets to him. Yeah, 8 loons left. So fairly OP. If you can get your bowlers into that many air defenses, the base just doesn't stand a chance. Sick. No swag loons. So, war results, stats, 24 3 stars on their side. They 2'd everything else. They left 1 attack in the bag by the looks of it. So their streak is 0. Can't remember what it was going into this. Check out their Twitter. It's Buckeye Guy Clash. Fairly active on Twitter. 152 wins. Not sure how long they've been around. Possibly catch that if you go back in time a bit on their podcast. They probably have something about the history of the clan. Not sure. Anyway, thanks for a great war, Beer Goggles. Good luck in the next.